Okay, brothers and sisters. Title on this video, God came in many forms. Okay. Start off with Hebrews 1:1. But, I'm going to turn the camera around and let you look at these verses, but there's many more that I didn't put in here. There's, all kinds of ways God came. You can take it and pause that and get those verses right there. But God came in many forms. Okay. When I say many forms, as we know, ultimately God is spirit. Okay. He came with Melchizedek. He was the spirit that came down in front into Job. The voice, he's a still small voice to Elijah. Okay. In many ways, but in the last days, he came through his son, meaning his fleshly body. He came his human manifestation form. Okay. God manifested in the flesh. So we're going to look at Hebrews 1:1, and we're going to go to those different verses right there. And he was the angel of the Lord, and he in Exodus chapter 3, verse 2. The angel of the Lord speaking in the burning bush. That's the Father Himself there speaking, because God is spirit, and that's the first time, and really almost like the only time you will ever see God as the angel of the Lord, invisible spirit speak, like in the bush is what I'm trying to say. Because the angel of the Lord, every time that he appeared like in bodily form, as a pre-incarnate form, as the angel of the Lord that came down, that was Melchizedek, as the one wrestling with Jacob, it was Jesus. He was the Father. But in Exodus 3:2, some people like to say that it's just Jesus the Son. It's not the Father, but it's the Father Himself. His Spirit is in that burning bush speaking. Okay. We're gonna go to Hebrews 1:1. God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners. Okay, sundry times means many forms, many ways. Okay, and sundry times it means the same thing. Spoken many times in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. In the last couple of videos I made today, 1 Peter 1:1, it's Jesus that spoke to the prophets of old, nobody else. So Hebrews 11:26 and 27. Okay. Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures and the recompense of the reward. By faith Moses forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, which is Pharaoh. For Moses endured as seeing Jesus, who is invisible. That's what that verse is saying. Just that confirmation of Exodus 3:2, that it was Jesus our Father, is the Spirit, who is the angel of the Lord, that's in the burning bush. Job chapter 4, verse 15-16. Then a spirit passed by before my face, and the hair of my flesh stood up. And I don't like the King James Version here on this, but it says it stood still, but it's talking about the Spirit stood still. But I could not discern the form thereof. An image was before my eyes. There was silence, and I heard what? A voice saying, it is Jesus Christ, brothers and sisters. Okay? And you can even take these verses, put that with that. Shown here, like it says, okay, the Spirit stood still, basically. The form image with her still voice, I mean. 2 Timothy 4:17. Now esteem the Lord stood with me and strengthened me, that by my preaching might be fully known, and that all the Gentiles might hear, and I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion. Job 23, verse 8 and 9. Behold, I go forward, and he is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive him. It's talking about Jesus. On the left hand, where he does work, but I cannot behold him. He hideth himself on the right hand, that I cannot see him. Job 35:14. Although you sayest thou should not see him, yet judgment is before him, therefore trust thou in him. See, God came down many times. Many times. Okay? It's God Himself who came down, not another person. So He came in many forms. Okay? It is He Himself. Okay? Psalms chapter 17, verse 15. As for me, I will uphold your face, talking about God's face, in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with your likeness. And look at this. In Mark chapter 16, verse 12. After that, he appeared in another form unto the two of them as they walked and went into the country. In that last video I made, I forgot what I titled that one. Oh, yeah, where Jesus vanished and appeared, right? That's a perfect one I could put with it, but I didn't even think about that one. He showed up in another form, but this goes perfect with this video too, because it's kind of the same thing, because he could vanish and appear when he wants to, because God's God, right? So, Mark 16:12 shows that he appeared in another form, and they did not perceive and understand who he was, right? Because I think Hebrews 10:20, his flesh is his veil. But when he reveals himself to people, they'll realize and see who he truly is, okay? Now we'll go to Daniel chapter 3, verse 25. Daniel chapter 3, verse 25. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. The form of the fourth is like the Son of God. Because see, God was pre-incarnate. He did not take upon flesh until the New Testament. Okay, so the Son did not have the Son has a beginning in the flesh. Okay, God came by water and blood. He came by the flesh. Okay, His Spirit took upon human form. So the pre-incarnate self of God, meaning like when His Spirit, He came in different forms, like the angel of the Lord, right? And he came looking like the Son of God, the Son of Man, but he did not become flesh until the New Testament. Okay, now we will go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah 52, verse 14. Isaiah 52, verse 14. As many were astonished at you, his Vias, I can't even say that, was so married more than any man, and his form more than the sons of man.